Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Now today we have got a map with a lot of things to look at, hence the slightly extra long show. It's a map that will split opinion, I feel. Some of you won't care a jot for all of its many, many minor flaws, and it does have many, many minor flaws, because you'll fix them as you go along. While others will basically spit and fume and scream and say, no, these are little things that should be fixed, with somebody who spent so much attention to detail within the map. So, which side of the fence will you be? Will you be the side that says yes, or will you be the side that clicks the like button? That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel. It gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thanks for that support. Okay, let's have a look at Gillian Bay by Simblas. Simblas, not done Simblas before. This is the first time for them. You're going to see a lot of intersection loveliness in this map. There is your start square with a main highway route going right the way through it. Lovely. Or into it. There's your resources, a bit of a mix and the mosh, and definitely usable, unless you want to lay right in the middle of the map. And let's have a look at the workshop. Now, it is mass transit. We are using network extensions too. Remember that one. Stray Cats theme, Homecoming is a theme we'll be using, and the realistic 1.2 LUT because, well, nothing's prescribed, so we usually do. So yes, a lot of intersection loveliness. So we've used the phrase intersection porn before, and that would definitely fit with this map. So if that's the sort of thing you like, you are going to love this. But there is a lot of, well, niggly stuff. And that's why today's show's so long, because we'll be seeing a lot of niggly stuff. Stuff which clearly the creator, well, they can do better with. And by the standards that we see is in the map. Well, first of all, coming up to this first intersection, we see we've got an elevated stretch of road here. Elevated probably because it's so close to the water's front. It doesn't need to be elevated. Doesn't need to be. Just a tiny bit of tidying up to fix that. Then here, look, we've got 6 lanes merging into 3. Now, if only we had 2-lane highways, that would look a lot better. 2 lanes and 2 lanes merging into 3 would look a lot better. And we do, because we have network extensions too. Remember that one. I've got a feeling that this interchange here was done before network extensions 2 was chosen to be part of the requirements, because it is all 3 lanes all the way. And there you go, 3 lanes splitting into 6. So I reckon this was an early intersection part of the map. We're going to go this way, by the way. Oh, we've got an overhanging tree. That's fine. These things happen. Come and clip it back, please. Yeah, it's this route here, this isn't through the map. I need to come up this way because there's things over here I really want to show you, such as this lovely little bit of beauty. Look at that. It's an amazing intersection right there. Loving it. Checking for heights here. That's a good height. All good slopes. Everything's very smooth and lovely. Tree under there, but it's probably okay under there. No street light clipping through there. No street lights clipping through here. This is all very nice. This is all very nice indeed. Street lights. Looking for street lights. No, it's fine. It's lovely. But then I question, where are we going with this highway? Because, well, don't know really. I mean, over here possibly, but we could do you wouldn't have a highway going like that to there. It doesn't make any sense, that highway. Over here, yes, okay, I can buy into that. So you need to get into that area. And over here is a lovely potential start location, not start square, but start location right there. And here we have tunnels going somewhere. Do you know what? We'll do tunnels later because they are an enigma. They're an enigma, okay? I'll tell you that what is hidden under the water there. What is hidden under the water won't drive you mad with... hang on, I've got a little bit of road glitching here. Let me have a look at this. This is very easily fixed, by the way. Watch this. Ready? Done. Done. Simple as that. Yeah, the tunnels in this map, they're not massively overly convoluted or anything like that, but they are perplexing, as you will see. Just checking to make sure the rail is high enough here. Reason why I'm doing this, there is at least one bridge somewhere on the map. I couldn't find it while recording. That does have it just a fraction too low where the wires cut through the concrete. I don't get to show you that, but trust me, there is one somewhere, at least one anyway. Bit of a nasty drop down there on this intersection. Easily overlooked, I think, that one. But again, it's a beautiful, slick, smooth flowing intersection. And very smart too. Now here we do have streetlight clipping. They're not in the highway though. But that one over there is. So yes, if you're going to let him off for the first bit, you can't let him off for the second bit. This highway going into space, I can buy into that one. Yep, okay, you want to build into that area. Why not have a highway going into that kind of space there? Right, let's sort of roll on a bit further. Now, these merge lanes here are a little bit awkward. I'll show you what I mean by that. I mean, just move it, be helpful. I'm just going to budge those in. See, the lane arrows are straightening up like that. See, that doesn't have the shoulders anymore that we had previously on the intersection. It's still not perfect, but that's what you can do in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, I guess. Yeah, that's what you can do to fix that one. And if you want to spend a bit more time on it, you can. But I feel that already was an improvement. Down here, look at this sprawl. I love this. Told you, intersection porn. Lovely stuff. Very nice. This highway comes across onto that little area there, the centre start kind of area. Except for it's not the start square, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? The centre area. There you go. If I show you here, we've got elevated 3 lanes coming along here. And then it drops to land height, but brought up, I don't know, it could have stayed elevated, I feel. And we've got 2 lanes and 2 lanes merging into 3 lanes there as well, which is something that we knew that we could do. Got an interesting bit of glitching down here with the land as well, the terrain work, including a horrendous spike. Imagine parachuting down onto that. Oh, hello, missus. Sorry. Squat! Sorry. I'm not at all sorry. Okay, and just look at the curves and look at the cooking street lamps. Told you, lots of things. 2 lanes and 2 lanes here merging into 3 lanes, which tells me again that that first intersection was very early before they decided to basically upgrade. But yeah, look at all this. Look at all this. Where were we? Yeah, we're going to follow this road along here. Now, if we take a left here, this will take us across this bridge to this oval about, elevated, that doesn't connect with the highway underneath. That is a valid, important thing that we will be noticing in a minute, this particular oval about. Because we're going to head down towards the start square now. The start square is off on our right as we are looking at this one. When we come up to this next intersection, you will see this. The next intersection, we can't turn off here. But unfortunately, this is the start square. That's that highway that cuts right into the start square, heads up all the way up in there. So we can't get there from this direction. Clearly can from the other. So what we need to do is we need to find a way to get onto that bridge to bring us across. And I'm going to show you the way. I'm going to show you the way. Okay, elevated, sorry. I'm getting a little bit, the drugs, you know, they do work. Elevated and bridge-like across here. Again, lovely, lovely. Look at the intersections on this map. Glorious. Absolutely. I'm not sure if they're plopped. They look like they might be plopped, but they're a great selection of intersections going on here. I say they look like they might be plopped because of the terrain work around them. Unless, of course, they were hand-drawn and then dropped in there using Move It. I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. But I'm guessing plopped. Intersection here, we still can't get up onto that bridge until we come over here where we've got a little bit of road glitching going on here, and then we can loop around and loop across. There you go, and that's how you get to the start square from our direction that we came from. But we can't even get to it from this way because look over here, this is that oval about. You can't drop down to that highway from the oval about, so there wasn't even a shortcut via that route. Now, if we carry on along this highway, we are going to go into the fog somewhat today. I'm not going to switch it off because there's nothing really to see. and you'll be able to make out where we're going. Here we've got a couple of tunnels again, which we'll look at later. With you may notice some foliage on the line, on the road there, on the line. You may notice some foliage. So yes, we'll go across this perfect bridge and edge towards the edge of the map over there. Now we're going to take that left. We are, like I say, are going to go into the fog. I make no apologies for this. There's no point switching it off because, this. Look at the traffic. Look at the merge. Everything's stopping. Everything is grinding to a halt there. No, you first. No, you first, sir. No, really. I insist, you first. No, I'm going to go at the same time now. No, you first. Oh, no. So, after you. Now we're going to head through the fields, and I get a little bit lost now here on my fly through. I thought that was the way I needed to go. I should have just followed the traffic, but I was just distracted. Now I'm going, what the heck? Hang on a second. Where? Yes, down here. So poor BonBonB got a little bit lost on there. Got a bit of a tree on the road there, but not too bad. Could be clipped back. And we're going to the fog. Again, no apologies for this. There's nothing really to see down here. You can still make out where we're going from the video that we have now. And then what we'll do is we're going to head left in a minute and get out of the fog. So this intersection here, you can just about make out. It's a fairly standard plopped style trumpet. I'm guessing it's plopped, but it's very, very nice. Okay, across the bridge here, and we are now heading towards, it's not the start square, but I decided this was a perfect location to plop one of those little, what are they called? Yes, assets. We're going to plop one of those assets down here. Now, this is the glass elevator by Ronix69. Now, it does have an animation with it, a bit like last week's Saturday's asset. Unfortunately, for some reason, it doesn't seem to be working, and I have got everything fixed up. It was working when I started doing the recording. When I loaded the map up, I checked. Everything was fine with it. And I sit here and I watch this now for 30 seconds or whatever, and the animation isn't running. It's weird. I don't understand, but the asset does work. Factoids, because factoids. According to an expert hangman, a 75 kilo or 165 pound man would require a drop of 2.6 meters or 8'6" for a clean death. There you go. Useful information for today. Glass elevators by Ronix69. Yeah, not broken at all. I promise. It's just glitching. But it was working. Very, very annoying, I've got to say. Okay, we've got an elevated section of road here going through a cutting. I don't understand why, and possibly that is what's... Oh no, the low bridge is causing that terrain glitch underneath there. Don't even know why you've got the low bridge there at all. But yes, it's elevated roads, and look at this intersection. Look! How can you not like this? You might not like... Oh yeah, we've got some more tunnels which we'll check out where they go after the intermission. But yeah, and over here as well, because they obviously connect up over here, clearly. But we'll look at the tunnels, I promise. I promise we will in a few moments. Now the rail, there are a couple of options for rail. That one goes straight off the edge of the map. So what we'll do is we're going to follow this one. Reason being, I say this one, right. Reason being is there is some terrain elevation going up onto that plateau into the mountains over there. I want to show you how well it's been handled. But while we're at it, I want to show you how beautifully aligned those catenaries are there. Beautifully aligned. And then that one's not aligned. Okay. Then we've got an odd one here. Now we've got two on the right there aligned, the one on the left that isn't. Perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned. Not aligned. Perfectly aligned. Not aligned. Perfectly aligned. I don't really understand how you can get perfectly aligned and not aligned. And and look at all these. Okay, we've got catenaries in the middle of the lines here. We've got two catenaries right next to each other there and there, and a catenary in the middle of the line there. Yes, I know we can remove them. Okay, I do know. You don't need to tell me. Right? I know there's a mod for removing the catenaries, and I will always use it once it tells you in the description. Unless it tells me in the description that they're supposed to be removed, We've got trees in the catenary wires, by the way. If it doesn't tell me in the description that the creator wants it removed, I assume that the creator wants catenaries on their line. It's not for me to make that decision. I mean, clearly, yes, I would remove them because I'm in a part of the world where we don't have them. Down here we've got a little bit of blue mantle shining through on the underside there. A little bit. Easily fixed. Always easily fixed. But look at the just beautifully handled into the hills. Beautifully handled. Well done. Well done.
Are you struggling with water physics in the game? Are you constantly drowning and flooding your soggy little sins? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Water Physics by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
Okay, back to Gillian Bay by Simblas, and we have shipping routes. We have this one that beautifully curves and arcs. It's very nice, I've got to tell you. Very nice indeed. Comes through all this potential shipbuilding area and docks and ports. This bridge, however, is a problem. It's too low. We've got pillars everywhere. There's going to be all sorts of hazards going on there. And then, not that it matters. Not that it matters for those newbies. Yeah, it won't affect your game. Water flow, it just looks silly. Water flow, we've got rivers. This river is flowing. This is down what appears to be downstream. Are the arrows thinning out? I think they are. So therefore it's just edge of map water flow, and it's coming back towards us, which means that this is the river. This is the main river they'll be drawing water from. Somewhere along here will be a null point. Let's find that null point. An arrow pointing there, I reckon, and we've got arrows pointing. So right here is your null point. How close to the start square is it? Looking for the start square. It's not there. No. Our start square is all the way over here. So as start square water flow would be, you would be fine in this map. Now, prop line tool for trees. Do you know what? I would say this isn't even prop line tool. Look, it's a bit wiggly. I quite like that. Maybe it's prop line tool with the bendy tool aspect, not the straight line one. I don't mind these. Okay, they're just as a hint to hedgerows, of course. They're not actually well done. Good forests. Good forest with generic trees. I think this is a generic tree pack. You'll have to go back and check the Steam again. I'm not going to do it now. And then over here, ooh, look what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. Join in with me. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's everybody's favourite factories. Yes. Not really much I can say about that. Nice little feature area right off on the edge of the map. Little essential lighthouse. It's essential lighthouse. Yeah, can't really say much. I think it's a good location for the central lighthouse. Got this little area down here. Do see these in real life. I quite like that. It's very pretty and very well done. Very well done, honestly. And then lots of build areas over here in the foggy type areas as well, with highways leading into them. It's easily accessible areas. I like a lot about this map for potential build. Not so, I mean, nah. It's just a lighthouse and a jetty plot down there. It doesn't really make any sense. The fact it's in the fog, I think we can forget about that one. It's not really doing anything to hurt us, is it? Now, I promised you tunnels, didn't I? So let's have a look at these tunnels. Where do you think they go? Do you think they connect up with this over here, maybe? And through there, probably joins up with this tunnel over here. Yeah? Do we think? Does that make sense? I reckon that's the only way that can work. Are you ready? Shall we check this out? See if we were right. Because that's what I reckon. And the tunnels, they don't go, oh, right, no. So, well, basically, we don't have any tunnels. The tunnels start and then they just stop. I think you're going to have to connect them up yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a weird thing. A very, very weird thing indeed. Now let's have a look at something that isn't weird. The topography. I'm liking these hill ridges. These just add a little bit. The map was very flat, and I don't have an issue with that one. But these just add something. Oh, we've got some nice little rivers running through. Let's have a look at the rivers, shall we? The rivers make absolute total sense as well. A little bit of a blobby coming off here. That looks to me like a possible water spawn point. Let's have a look at water spawn point. No, that is not a water spawn point at all. So that is just now the river looks a bit gouged there, a bit more like a canal than a river. And the water source is yeah, not really buying into that one too much, but it is in the fog, so we can always let it go a little bit. Again here, water source, river coming down here. We've got a little bit of overflow on the river as we go down as well, and it looks a little bit gouged in places rather than actually being an actually evolved river, eroded river system. Which, to be honest with you, considering the map looks quite realistic, that's what I'm looking for, you know? I'm just going to have a little look here for trees, because I've got a gut feeling there are trees definitely drowned somewhere on this map. So I'm just going to select all of them using Move It. And you know what? I couldn't find a single one. We're having a little look here. This is just a really good way of lighting up those trees and helping you to see anything that where it shouldn't be. But I had a look. I couldn't see any that were obviously underwater, so I suppose I've got to let him have that. I don't like it, but I suppose I've got to let it happen. Your chance to vote on the map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote will really count, because we use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. And last month's Top 10 will be coming very, very soon indeed. Just need to record it. Right, so what have we got going on then? Aesthetically, it's nice, isn't it? Come on, admit it, it is nice. All those pretty intersections really do add to it. I'm going to give it 4 stars. It's not quite in 5-star territory, but it is very, very nice. 4 stars. Detailing. Now, this is where we're going to start fighting here, right? Some of you will say it's 2-star because there's a lot going wrong with it. But I would argue there's also quite a lot going right with it. I'm going to give it a 3rd star, and when we come to gameplay, which I would like to give this 4, or potentially a squeeze a 5th star, well, the 5th star is gone. I think there's too much to fix for it to be a 4-star map for gameplay. So where we could have lost this star off of the detail, bringing it down to 2, I'm actually going to lose a star off of gameplay, bringing it from 4 down to 3. So I'm kind of like losing that 1 star between. Does that make sense to you? Really? Maybe. Anyway, yes. Gillian Bay by Simblas. I like this. I just think that it was possibly rushed to the workshop. Needed to be playtested a little bit. And I think it was just a little bit rushed. To another week or 2 on the creator's editor would have definitely been a benefit for that one. But a lovely map, basically. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. There is an old map on the screen now from last year that has only just had the vote plopped on it, so feel free to go and have a look at that one. And of course, yeah, there's other stuff to watch as well. Sorry there was no Duvo this week. I've been so busy, but hopefully back to normal next week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.